Welcome back. I'm Dan, and you're watching iAllegedly. I've got a good one for you today because it's time to raise your prices, guys, on everything. You should raise yours just like they're doing to us. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Dr. Amy, and we'll talk about her in a bit. But first things first, guys. Over the course of the last 2 years, we have seen insurance prices, on an average, go up at least 20%. And this is outrageous. They blame this on all these different catastrophes that have happened or are going to happen or could potentially happen. Whether you're in a fire zone, a earthquake zone, hurricane zone, whatever, okay? It really wasn't that bad over the course of the last year when it came to storm damage. It really wasn't when you compare it to other years. And now, we haven't had an earthquake here in California that's done any substantial damage for 25, 30 years. And they're talking about how this is just fire season and everything could be catastrophic. So think about this. The latest company to raise their prices and to ask for another price increase is Allstate. Here in California, think about this. Allstate stopped writing new policies in November of 2022. A year and a half plus. And now they want a 34% increase to start writing policies here again in California. That is insane, guys. It's too much at this point. It's too much. And you can sit there and tell me how bad it is. And, these people were like the banks. These people made investments that they lost money on. They gambled your premiums, and now they're upside down. You have banks right now that are undercapitalized. You have banks right now that are worth less than the loans they have, outstanding for the entire bank. You have insurance companies, and the latest one that I've had people write me about is State Farm. They're saying that if State Farm went upside down right now, would it have enough money to pay out all its claims? Who knows? Who knows? But Allstate now, that just got, a 6.5% increase, a 4% increase. Now they want, 34%. Hello, guys. It's too much right now. But regardless of whatever industry you are in right now, raise your price right now. You have to. You're not charging enough. I don't care what you do. You really should. Because I'm telling all my clients, I'm telling my friends, telling family members, everybody, raise your price right now. We're supposed to sit there and believe that they've got inflation under control, which they don't. I just paid $18 for a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich at a restaurant. So, no, guys, it's not under control at all. But, this is on us. It's our fault. I went to an open house, and a buddy of mine pointed out this house. Oh, go take a look at this. It's great. And I walked in the house and said, listen, if we don't get a substantial offer this weekend, we're going to rent this house out. So I started laughing. I said, oh, I can rent this house out? What, a month or two from now? What do you think? And they were like, no, we have some activity. But it's like, these agents, you're going to see real estate agents that are bad agents suffer right now. I'm telling you guys, $1 million listing Los Angeles, Josh Altman, Josh Flagg, watching that show and having them struggle right now here in Southern California with the real estate market, the agents that don't know what they're doing, they're going to be out of business in short order. But remember, guys, it's all good. One stat that was sent to me that blew me away was the areas that have had the largest increase in rent over the course of the last 3 years have the highest percentage of homelessness right now. So you've got Tucson, Phoenix, Raleigh, North Carolina, Austin, Texas, and I know there's one more that's slipping my mind, but I'll think of it later. But again, as the rents have gone up, the number of people that are sleeping on the streets have gone up as well. And again, there's a lot of people that don't have anybody that they can fall back on and work with anybody. But I'm telling you, it's really sad because the average person right now that is paying their bills is having a very, very difficult time. You're seeing the homeless shelters have more people at them. You're seeing the food banks, not have enough food to go around. It's awful right now. It's absolutely terrible right now. And we haven't seen anything yet because people are still working. Massive amount of layoffs here in California too. The Intuit company just announced that they're going to lay off 10% of their staff, which is another 1,600 people. 1,600 people are going to get laid off, and 800 of them are from California. So you've got Intuit, you've got TurboTax. Nobody's paying their taxes anymore? No. How about MailChimp? Nobody's using that great service? I love MailChimp. So no, guess not. Guess nobody's using that. So this is happening more and more and more. But again, raise your price, guys. Raise your price for whatever you do. If you charge for a service, raise your price. I had a guy come out and wash cars for me and friends. Hey, let's come over. We'll have this guy come over. He'll wash everybody's car at the same time. The more people we have, the better deal we get. And we were talking to this guy, and he was telling me, do you think I charge too much? And I'm like, no, for what you do, it's insane. Cars look brand new. And it was very reasonable. But last month, he just toyed with raising everything $20 here, $10 there. And it served him, well, because everything costs him more money right now. All his equipment, all his time, his helper wants more money. Everything. The soap costs more money. The sponges, everything has gone up right now. And remember, Allstate wants 34.5% more money from you guys. Okay? So when does it end, guys? When does it end? They lie to us in the government, and they tell us how great inflation is, and it only went up 0.1% and 0.2 on the wholesale level. And don't worry, it's all good. No. Okay? You guys pay for things. You guys know what it's like. You go out to dinner. You buy gas. Everything's great. Okay? Don't be afraid to charge more money right now. I'm telling you, just don't. Okay? It's a beautiful day on the lake. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Dr. Amy. Dr. Amy Lee is a board-certified physician and natural nutritionalist. And one thing that she has discovered is that in a country that has all these advances, when it comes to our health care, it is amazing that certain foods we eat are horrible for us. And one thing that she has discovered is that there's 3 main foods that people eat that they think are health foods, and they are not. In fact, these foods are illegal in other countries. If you go to 3harmfulfoods.com/Dan, you can see this list that Dr. Amy's put together. Now, you can reverse things like joint pain, sluggishness, your belly fat, and if you eliminate these so-called health foods, it can make a huge difference in your life. So check it out today. The easiest way to get there is use the link below, and it's the number 3, harmfulfoods.com/Dan. Check it out today and make a big difference in your life, and make these changes today. And check this out. One thing that we have talked about is the mergers of companies and how these mergers are going to be for survival. Kroger and Albertsons merging to become the world's largest grocery store chain is not, hey, we're going to build a super grocery store chain. No, it's out of pure survival. But one thing the feds made them do was get rid of over 1,100 stores. So one thing that you're seeing is you're seeing things like these stores being turned into Piggly Wigglies in some of the western states, which is kind of fascinating. I've never been to a Piggly Wiggly. I thought it was a fake store chain made up on TV, and it's real. And then you've got Stop and Shop. Stop and Shops are going out of business, and there's 27 of these stores around the country that are just closing right now. So once again, people aren't buying food. That's nonsense, guys. They have to buy food. But what you're seeing is the pure numbers of a low-end business like the grocery chain. It is unbelievable how tight the margins are in that industry. And with that, they're starting to cut back and get rid of these stores left and right. Are you seeing this in your area? Because one thing that happened here in Southern California was the Vons chain sold to Hagen a few years back, and the merger didn't work out, and Hagen's had to get rid of the stores. They're finally being opened up by Asian markets. And so you're getting the different Asian markets, 99 market and different Asian markets And those places are great. I mean, they've got live seafood and all these different restaurants inside of them, and it's pretty fascinating to go inside those places. But what are you seeing in your areas? Are you seeing this? Next thing is, we've talked about this over the course of the last 2 years. There is something called bank jugging, and that is, we've talked about the ATM horror and going to the bank. And you go on a trip and you got to get yourself, $1,500 you can spend for 2 weeks, whatever you're going to do. Okay, people are out robbing people at the ATMs. People are robbing people leaving banks if they sense that they have a bulge. Oh, that guy looks like he's got cash there. This is getting so much worse right now that the FBI is issuing this warning again right now. Canadian geese, Canadian ga, I think that's what you call them. Anyways, the geese are nice. But the FBI has issued a warning again about bank jugging, and you have to be serious about this and worry that your safety is in jeopardy. Be situationally aware of wherever you are at. I'm telling you guys, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. My daughter is at an event in San Francisco right now, and she is appalled how bad it's gotten. Dad, it's just gotten so much worse than it was, a few years ago, and it's crazy. One thing that happened up in the marina up there, and she's at this boat race that she's following right now, and they were stealing boats in broad daylight. And I was like, wow, wouldn't it be great if one of the race boats, somebody tried to commandeer that? But the security is crazy. Of course it is. For a professional sporting event, you have, security, tighter than it normally is. But once again, guys, take care of yourself. Be leery. Be worried about people. Don't trust anybody. Don't talk to strangers. Do everything you have to do just to protect yourself and get yourself in your car. And I tell women, I said, don't carry a big bag. If you ever have cash or you cash your paycheck or anything like that, just have something that you can hide so that you can look like you have nothing, because that's what you have. So worthless trivia for you. The Mirage Casino is closing in the next couple of days. And I remember when that place opened, it was a big deal in the 80s. I think it was 1987 or 88 when that place opened. And they spent $800 million to open that casino. Well, the casino's closing now for 3 years for them to build the new Hard Rock Hotel. And one thing that's fascinating that I never knew about this was, if you have a progressive slot machine or you have a jackpot built into a slot machine, that has to be given away if they close the doors. And I'm thinking, oh, does it really? I just thought it went to the company because nobody won it. Nope, got to give it away. So right now you have lines at this casino out the door for people that want to play slots, because the Mirage also said that they were going to give an additional day out in jackpots. So it's crazy. So if you get to see into that video of the Mirage, it's unbelievable how many people are there waiting in line to strike it rich. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this. Be leery, guys. Be careful. I'm telling you, there's certain jobs I would never do. I wouldn't work in a retail establishment that sold food, liquor, or anything like that right now, because of the desperation and how bad people are. And make sure your family members are safe, guys. One thing that's fascinating is, ever since the AT&T hack, I've been getting all these different scam texts. I'm going to show you guys a few of them right now. Hey, found your number in my phone book. Who is this? Hey, I have a job for you. Hey, let's get together. How was your weekend? All the stuff that these people send. Do not respond to these people. Block these numbers the second you get them. They're a scam. They are phishing, and it's the worst thing that you can do is respond to that. Now, Don sent me some great unemployment numbers out of Canada. It's the same thing that's happening here, in that the Canadian unemployment is through the roof right now. But they don't want you to know that. No. Don't talk about that, Dan. Canadian unemployment is great. And what they do is the same thing they do here. If they didn't have government jobs filling all these vacancies and being offered, you'd have negative jobs right now. So read the article below, because it's fascinating. And the final thing, and again, this is not political, but I want to cover something, and that was the Alec Baldwin trial. Alec Baldwin just got dismissed with prejudice, where his charges against him will never be able to be filed again. I want you to think about this, and that is, someone gets accused of a crime and they didn't do it. I don't think I did this. I'm going to defend myself. Well, both sides have an obligation to share their evidence fairly and equally when they get it and not hide anything. What the prosecution did was the blanks got mixed in with the things that were non-blanks, and I can't say what the other word is. And they knew this. They knew this forever. And that one girl got convicted of this crime, and the likelihood that she'll at least get a new trial is very high right now, to say the least. Think about it. They tried to railroad this guy, and they knew that this stuff was like, how could you tell when everything was mixed up like that? So again, not the biggest Alec Baldwin fan, and I think he's an ass when he talks to people in public. But once again, it's so wrong that they did this to this guy. And if he sues them, he'd have every right to do that. Let me know what you think about this. Share it. Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment on the video. Tell me what you think. And again, you can't hate somebody and say, they should go to jail because I don't believe in them politically. That's insane. What kind of world is that? Okay? So, share your thoughts, guys. Okay? Plus, check your spam filter because an email just went out and it is amazing. Wow, could be the best one ever that I've sent. Okay? I'll see you guys soon. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. And onward and upward, guys.